was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hello?
Ring,
hello?
ring.
Hey, no, you stop the ringing when I say hello. That's how a phone works.
Well, I didn't see you answer the first time, so I thought it would ring again.
Well, welcome to Erica and Mark the phone call, which has been changed unofficially to the mandatory phone call of friendship.
That's right. If you want to meet, this is just like a relationship, and if you're running into a stumbling block in your relationship, we decided not to do this because our relationship wasn't this close to begin with.
Right.
But you should have sex with your partner once a week, no matter if you want to or not.
Hey, we're not doing that, Mark.
But I said, we decided no.
Yeah, no.
We're not we're going to make a phone call once a week and keep this. Keep the ambers warm.
Well, we were talking on the phone anyway. So just what? Let me do the podcast, and maybe your son is right. The less you talk is probably better. I'm really going to replace you with AI. You know what I got? I got a new AI.
What happened? You fired Cove?
I may have fired Cove, but I have the Elon Musk brainchild of Grok, and I've been waiting to use it until this moment. I have not used Grok at all.
Grok. This is something new. I don't know about Grok.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's listening to me right now. What the? Jesus Christ! I just picked up my phone and I can see everything I'm typing is on the phone.
Yeah, Grok is.
This is good.
Boy.
Elon
Musk wants to know what the hell you're doing over there.
Shit, I already don't like. Oh, he already replied. Oh wow, you've been saving me up. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can. This is not good at all. So
is Elon Musk similar to what's his name there?
Bill Gates.
Does he hate people too?
Oh yeah. Well, smart people all hate everything and everyone. All right, so hold on. So I'm going to introduce myself.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, this is the first time we've talked here, and just wanted to say hi. My name is Erica, and I do a podcast with my friend Mark, and we're on right now, and I've really been thinking about replacing Mark with AI, and I tried out Cove for a little while on the ChatGPT, and he's okay. He's still in the running, but thought we'd give you a run here, and let's see what you sound like. So what do you got for me?
Hi, Erica. Great to meet you. I'm here to help with whatever you need for your podcast. Mark might have some competition, but I'm all about teamwork, real or AI. Want to dive into a topic or maybe test me with a podcast-style question?
No, hold on. I'm going to test you a little bit later after Mark is gone because I don't want to do it in front of him because I think that would be mean. But
that's how. This is so ironic because we met under the same circumstances.
What, I was trying to hire you with AI or instead of AI?
No. My former employer in Bainbridge and Albany, Georgia,
that no one's ever heard
of. I was told that not to worry, that I could apply for my job, but they posted it.
Wow.
In R&R.
Well, that's so you're not fired. You're just not gonna, maybe not. You just got.
That's not gonna work here.
We just want to let you know we're giving you the chance, but we're looking for someone better. So if you can just be better, maybe we'll keep you.
We're gonna chum the waters and see what's up.
We're gonna chum the waters, and we're gonna see that if there really is anything better than you, because we suspect there might be. That's what that was.
A couple of ads underneath my job on R&R was the Macon, Georgia morning show job.
That
Nathan put in.
Right, and I'm sitting there in Macon, Georgia doing the morning show by myself because I may or may not have fired my last partner. It wasn't.
So it's ironic that I was replaced by somebody without being replaced, just kind of being nudged like you better get out while the going's good.
Yeah.
go out on your terms or ours, your choice. And now you're going to do the same thing to me with the podcast.
You know what, Mark? This is something that radio is missing out on right now. Traditional radio, satellite radio are missing out on a witty, clever morning show such as ourselves to incorporate an AI into their repertoire, if you will. No one's doing it. We might be the first to incorporate AI into our show.
Because she sounds like she's willing to participate and talk.
I'm saying we make her a full partner, and maybe we'll maybe we'll be on that fucking YouTube channel. What is this podcast? I want to know, what is that YouTube channel? That's all they do is rip on other people's podcasts. Bunch of losers.
I know, and that's like a goal of yours.
Yeah,
to get us on there.
I just want them to hear them know that I have watched their little YouTube channel. And while I do find some of their stuff funny, like when they rip Ryan Hoppy, who used to be on the Mike Calta show, I do find that amusing. But the rest of it is like, okay, this was funny like the first couple times I watched it, and I find myself not going back to them because it's kind of the same stuff. Kind of like this podcast now that I think about it. So that's why we need to incorporate AI. We need a gimmick, and that's our gimmick. That's how we get famous.
Yeah, and now her name is Grok, huh?
Sure. I mean, we can name her.
Not a very feminine name.
I didn't even know that it was a girl voice. There are many voices.
Grokette?
There are many voices to choose
Grocky?
from. Grocky. I like Grocky. Erica, Mark, and Grocky. Somehow I think Elon Musk would probably sue us.
Yes.
But Elon, I used to have a Tesla. Don't sue me, man. I love you, buddy.
Oh, gosh.
So hold on. I actually do have breaking news about AI and the radio business that is not such positive news.
Okay.
So are you familiar with Saga Broadcasting? Saga Communications?
Yes, I was once in a running for a job for that, and I think I might have turned them down because I don't think they turned me down.
That's good because
that was with your friend.
Oh, yeah,
Scott. Your friend.
Yeah,
he was going to try to get me up in where was he? Tennessee, Kentucky.
He was
Tennessee.
in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yes, to go up there and do something.
Yeah. I think it was to do a morning show on the Classic Rock station.
Yes.
Well, you should have probably done that, but you'd be out of work now because they're going to incorporate more AI into all of their stations across the country. All of the imaging and the big voiceover and any of the commercials all go into an AI assistant using 11 Labs.
So how many stations does Saga have?
Oh, hundreds, couple of hundred at least.
Okay, so and how many different voice personalities do you think there might be? I mean, there's going to be some overlap. You're going to be on some stations.
There are probably dozens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Our friend Brian is on several of their stations.
Wow.
Yeah. So
are they paying top dollar, or do they get them for the cheap?
Getting them for the cheap.
Because I know that I know a lot of the guys that you think they make a lot of money.
They don't,
but they really don't because they know that some monkey will come behind them for pennies on the dollar, so they have to keep it reasonable. I know
it's always been that way in radio.
Ours like a retainer for, I think I was paying her $300 a month, and then Corley was around that $275, $300 a month.
Yeah.
And Corley was a big voice.
Yeah, he was famous until he sadly passed away at a very young age.
Yeah.
Very, very sad
very
story there. So I uploaded my voice to 11 Labs some time ago. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
What's
11 Labs?
11 Labs is a company where, so what I did was I took my voice from this podcast and I uploaded about 3 hours of my voice to 11 Labs, and it took all night to process everything. And it said, hey, we'll send you a notification when everything is processed. And now you can literally type in your script and you can use a number of different voices. So if you thought you could type or sound like me, you can record your voice and then you hit like me and it will come out sounding exactly like I said it. If you speak like I do with a little bit of a lisp and a little bit of a whatever the hell Pittsburgh accent.
Wait a minute. You mean that we could put two AI? I could just get an AI for this?
It's not really AI. It's just it just does whatever you tell it. to do.
Because we could, I was going to say, because you mean we could have a conversation with each other and not actually have to be here?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be ideal?
And we can make a podcast.
Yeah, that would.
I would miss you, but
I mean, would you?
I can always text you.
All right, so what I did was I typed in just a bunch of gibberish. I typed up this, and I didn't buy the 11 Labs thing, so you don't get every word in the English language. You only get so many words. And when it runs into a word that you didn't pay for, it says the word gibber. So I want you to ignore when it says gibber, because that's just a word that I didn't pay for. But just for fun, I typed this fake news story. And then I copied and pasted the disclaimer in my water bill from my email. And, dude, I don't know how to tell you. All right, I'm going to cue this up. I didn't read any of this.
Suspicious Chinese balloon is nearing Gibber, and officials are discussing what to do. Republican lawmakers don't seem concerned because the Gibber government has paid them a lot of money to not be concerned. Democratic lawmakers refuse to pollute the atmosphere with more balloon gibber, and it seems Hawaii is doomed. If you believe in gibber, you are encouraged to pray for everyone in our 50th state. Please note, this email jabber was sent from a notification-only address that cannot accept incoming email. Please do not reply to this gibber. View the gibber service terms and conditions at speedpay.com/terms. View the speedpay service privacy policy at speedpay.gibber/privacy. You are receiving this email because of your relationship with Gibber Energy. Copyright ACI Gibber Inc. 2023. Other parties gibber reference from the...
So it just kind of goes on.
Wow.
I didn't say any of that. None of it. Not a word of it. That is all something I typed and put into 11 Labs and converted to my voice.
So in order to get a command of the full English language, I wonder how much that costs.
They have different structures. They have.
How much you pay for that one?
No, it's free. That's all free.
Oh, that was the free one.
Yeah.
So I noticed they left off China and a few things.
Yeah. There's plenty of words that aren't in there, but I didn't say any of that. That is all completely generated by 11 Labs and AI, and that's what Saga is going to be doing.
So they're using 11 Labs?
Yeah.
So you think they were taking? Remember when we used to we recorded all our stuff because in radio, it was the only place that you're actually guilty, and then you had to prove you're innocent.
Yes. Yeah.
So they would run, especially when I was running Stern, we had a double delay. And then we were recorded everything. So if somebody said that he said a certain word or did something, we had to go back to that time,
right, and prove,
and find a tape and prove that he did or
right.
didn't say
right.
whatever they said and stuff like that. So you think radio stations have been piling all that talk from all their jocks,
maybe,
and all their commercials,
maybe,
and just piling it into?
I don't know,
because I know that Beasley did the same thing.
Did they?
With not with jocks, but with all their, and a matter of fact, everybody in Fort Myers. I don't think there's a single radio station now in Fort Myers that has I may be wrong, but I don't think there's a single station in Fort Myers that has a production director.
That's probably true. And there aren't a lot of program directors left either. There are still some here and there. But program directors are kind of a thing of the past as well. I'm so glad that I didn't keep pushing my career in radio like some people. You.
Well, I think I might have got out just before the gig
end
closed on me.
Yeah, I think you did.
I left on my own terms.
I also have other breaking news, but it's very scary breaking news. Something in the paranormal world happened, and someone is dead from it.
Uh-oh.
You want to take a break and talk about that after?
I'll take a break, but I'm not sure I want to talk about it.
Oh, we're talking about it. And you're going to have nightmares because this is real. This is not a joke or a story. This actually happened. A man is dead. We'll talk about it next.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
And we're back. And you said you want to talk about rainbowy stuff, right?
You might
rainbowing.
You might want to leave the podcast at this time because I've got a story. Have you ever heard of the movie Annabelle from about 10 years ago?
Oh, I'm taking my headphones off.
So it's the same people that did the movie The Conjuring, which I don't normally like scary movies. I avoid scary movies for the most part, but my sister made me...
I avoid all scary movies.
Well, she made me watch The Conjuring one day because she thought I would like it. And I'm like... I don't like scary movies. I just don't. I don't want to see people get killed or go to different dimensions in hell. I'm good on that. I mean, I used to like that stuff when I was younger. I just don't anymore. No. But she made me watch The Conjuring anyway, and then I watched all of the Conjuring movies because they're pretty good. But so the people who made the Conjuring movie also made another movie based on kind of an actual event. There's this doll, and her name is Annabelle. And it's been around for a very long time. So the movie basically is about a couple that begins.
The movie's real. I mean, the doll is real.
Right. But the movie's about this couple that has like some terrifying supernatural occurrences. And they got this old Annabelle doll. And, then these satanic cultists all show up. Well, that's the movie. But something happened in real life that is a very strange thing. There's this guy that I watch on YouTube. And his name is Dan. His name's Dan Riviera. And he's kind of a ghost hunter type of guy. You kind of take all the stuff that he does in stride. And it's like, all right, yeah, no human could slam a door like that. Yeah, but it's fun to watch him because he's an entertaining guy. He seems like a nice guy. He's probably around the same age as me. And he's got a pretty good gig, telling scary stories. And he goes and finds this Annabelle doll, which I believe was in New Orleans. And I'm not sure that's true.
I thought that was in Key West.
I'm just trying to interest you by saying New Orleans because that's where you are. But no.
Okay. no. Then that would make me want to move.
See, I'm just making sure you're listening, and you're not.
I am.
No, you're not. You're scared. Yes. So anyway, Dan Riviera, guy's 54 years old. As far as you can tell, he's in pretty good health. He doesn't take any medicine, according to these reports I've seen. He's just a guy, and he got the Annabelle doll, and he's been taking it on a tour of the entire country.
How did he get it? I thought you're not supposed to touch it.
That's
another. I think that's another doll.
Dude, you're not. But he borrowed it.
Well, how did he get the?
He borrowed the doll, I guess. Whoever owns the doll, he must have made a deal with them. He's like, hey, I'm going to take this doll on tour around the country and, let people see it. It is insane. And it's so insane. He was in like Gettysburg, Pennsylvania yesterday or the other day and goes to his hotel room and he just freaking drops dead. 54 years old. Dead.
Yep. Don't mess with the occult, man.
I'm thinking that the Annabelle tour might be canceled or at least postponed at this time. So if you have tickets for Annabelle in your city, you might want to get a refund on that. And then ask yourself, why the hell did you buy tickets to go see this doll? Why would anyone do this?
Why would? I'm going to tell you. You can be a doubter or you can think you're a badass or whatever. But the bottom line is never, ever play with the occult.
Well, this guy was taunting the thing on one of those old Ghost Files episodes, and I think one of the guys touched her, which is supposed to be like a death sentence. I saw an interview that looked like it was on VHS tape from the 80s or 90s of this older couple talking about the doll because they had possession of it for a while and they were trying to investigate it, and they had legitimate witnesses who didn't believe, and they had like a couple of nurses and a doctor, and one of these guys was taunting the dolls and touched it and got these scrapes that appeared on his back underneath his shirt. You could see the blood appearing from underneath his shirt, but nobody touched him, and his shirt wasn't torn, but he got these scratches on his back that made him bleed. But his shirt was fine, and everybody was standing there. Nobody saw nothing except for him just starting to bleed.
No, I'm telling you, it's a spiritual warfare. There are evil and good spirits, and you do not mess with the occult or the evil stuff. You don't play with Ouija boards. None of that stuff. I don't bring any of that stuff into your house. That's insane.
Seriously, I don't normally believe in this stuff, but
no.
Unless this is really good marketing for the new Annabelle film, is there a sequel? I have to look that. I didn't look that up. This would be great. They're like, we've put the actual Annabelle doll in the movie, and if you see the movie, you may be cursed. People would love that shit. They would just go. They would go see it.
People are insane. I know people that do that won't miss. There's a black guy I used to work with at Cumulus. We worked together in Mississippi, and then he ended up coming down to Lake Charles, and then we hired him over there. And every time I see him online, he's always like, well, I didn't know about this one, so I want to go see it. And it's like some scary. It's like, he said, well, man, it scared the heck out of me. It's like, why are you going, dude? What is wrong with you?
Because you got to be a little scared. Got a little scared.
No.
All right, so we have other breaking news just happened today. I bet you don't even know about.
What's that?
Do you remember the guy who jumped from space?
Jumped from space?
Yeah,
no.
There was a guy. He went up in this hot air balloon to the edge of space. This was, I don't even know how many years ago it was. He probably did this in, it's got to be 15 years ago. He teamed with Red Bull, and he got one of those high altitude balloons, and he went 24 miles above the earth.
I'm surprised I don't know this because I was in radio, so I should have been paying attention.
And now who's got Alzheimer's, huh? For once, it ain't me. So this guy, Felix, I forget how you pronounce his last name. It's like Baumgartner or something. So he does this, and he jumps from the edge of space. Well, he's dead now today. Guess what happened?
He fell out of his bed.
He jumped out of something he shouldn't. He was I guess he was paragliding or something, and yeah, he's dead. He hit something. He's dead.
So he jumped So he jumps with a chute, then, right?
Yes.
So he was paragliding, and then he jumped out, let himself go out for that.
Yeah, guy's 56 years old. Here it is. It's on the Sun. Felix Baumgartner died at 56 after crashing into a pool in a paragliding track. He's an Australian guy, and he's the guy that jumped from the hot air balloon from 24 miles up. There it is, right there. And
he survived that.
He did. He was fine. He came
thought
down.
It was Teflon then.
Nah, he was fine.
He wasn't worried about anything.
He had no issues there at all. He was had a spacesuit on so he could breathe, but apparently. This guy set world records. He paraglided at I don't know how many times. He was going 843 miles an hour when he jumped from space. So this guy is an experienced guy.
Gosh.
He's experienced. Yeah. He's not just an idiot.
And so what did he hit?
So apparently he was flying in a motorized paraglider when he suffered a sudden onset of illness, it says. Okay. And that caused him to lose control. So you know what this sounds like to me?
He's flying around with Annabelle.
Annabelle, Annabelle killed this guy. We got two from Annabelle. So,
and you're in your 50s, so you're gonna go see Annabelle too?
I know, man. I'm not. I was thinking about it, but this guy, man, 56 years old. The other guy's 54. I'm 58. Maybe it goes in twos. It's coming for me.
Yeah, you're next.
Oh my God! I didn't think of that till just now. Oh no, I can't. All right, I'm staying home. I'm gonna go to the doctor. Oh, I can't go to the doctor. I'm super pissed off at my doctor right now. You ever been fired from a doctor?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Today, as of last week, I just tried to make I hadn't been in a couple of years. I'm like, I should go see my doctor and let her know I'm going to get my knee replaced. And so I make the appointment online. Somebody calls me next day. Yes, you don't see Dr. So-and-so anymore. She dropped you as a patient because you're supposed to come every year and you don't. So we could try to get you in with another doctor and see if they're accepting new patients in the group. And I said, okay, yeah, nothing. Really? She can't just put me back in there? I'll come 6 months from now. I don't care.
See, I actually got a certified letter from my doctor.
I didn't get that. Well, maybe I should sue because I didn't get a certified
letter.
They fired
me. Yeah, they fired me.
I'm thinking about, you know what? For the first
me.
time in my life, I'm thinking about calling one of the news channels and saying, I was unjustly fired by my doctor at the age of 58, right in my prime earning years for the doctor. I'm in my upper 50s. I'm going to start needing more doctors. And what does she do? Fucking fires me. What an idiot.
It's bad timing. She should have fired you younger.
You know that now that we've talked this out, she sounds like kind of an idiot, and it probably did me a favor. She sounds like not a smart doctor to me.
She's cutting her money tree. I'll tell you that.
You know what I think? I don't think she likes transgender people. I think that's why she did it.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a hot button too.
I wonder what she's going to say in court to that. Because she did seem to have a couple kind of like, well, I don't know about you. Maybe I need to call an attorney before I say anything else. What do you think? Is this worth a call to an attorney? What are you laughing at? This is worth a call to an attorney, Mark.
This is so unlike you. I think this thing's starting to get to you.
I'll be honest, Mark.
Had this transgender thing under control.
I'll be honest, Mark. I didn't, and now it's out of my control. And I got doctors firing me. I got Annabelle coming for me. I don't know what the hell's going to happen next.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, we're back. I know I've kind of been monopolizing things, and weirdly, I have only had one cup of coffee today. I haven't taken my vitamins yet because I'm going to wait till I eat to take my vitamins like an old lady. And I didn't drink a Celsius, and I am still shot right out of a cannon today.
You are shot out of a cannon, man. You're like bam, bam. You're bing, 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 bing. There's a lot of bing, bing, bang going on.
Bing, bang, bong, bong. That is my favorite thing that Trump does, other than deny that he's a pedophile who likes to fuck children. That's my second favorite thing that he does.
They're all denying that.
Oh, dude, there's so many of them. If this actually continues, it's gonna bring down more than one world government. That is my prediction, and possibly the British royal family. That's just some things that I've read, have speculated that to happen. I don't know any of it.
And think about it. Everyone thinks QAnon is a crazy place.
It is. It is.
Yeah, but all the stuff they talk about, apparently.
So, Mark, here's my theory on that. All the shit that they talk about. Well, the Democrats have got satanic pizza places. Turns out that's probably the Republicans. And that's where they're getting this idea. And they had a meeting and they said, all the crazy shit we do, we're going to come out and say it was all the Democrats. And these idiots are going to buy it all. So the crazier it is.
I don't think a political party has control over that. I just think people that think they're bigger and better than everyone and think that they're above the law and do what they want. Here, I had to say, I was just poor version of that. But when I was coming up, I did whatever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to.
Yeah.
The minute I turned 18 and got out of my parents' control and I was allowed to just be free, that was the most dangerous time for me because I did whatever I want, whenever I wanted to.
Right.
Period. And fortunately, I have a little bit of morals, so I didn't really like children because that's just not the right thing to do.
No,
but as far as
anyone who touches a kid, I would like to know who they are because I don't want to kill anyone, Mark, except people that hurt children. Those are the people that I think I could kill and feel okay with it.
You know, last week we talked about that. I think I would have to agree with you there. That's one thing I would really be like completely all for.
You cannot fix those people. They are no. You can't fix them. You can cut their balls off and
another thing you can't fix either. You can get better, but you never really get fixed as a victim from that either.
Right, that's exactly. Now you can move on. Like I know people that went through that when they were kids. My mother went through that when she was a kid, and I didn't find out about it until I was in my 40s. And when she finally told me, I was like, "Who did that to you?" And she told me. And I said, I wish you would have told me when I was younger. And she said, oh, honey, I know you would have just killed him. You and your brother and your father would have probably killed him. And I'm like, yeah, we would have. You're right. You were smart not to tell us.
Yeah, you know, I was actually I was having dinner with somebody, a family member, and they kind of said, oh, I don't know how it got brought up, but well, you know what they said about, and it was like a great-great-grandfather or something like that back in the past, and it was like, yeah, he was doing all that stuff. I was, holy crap! The only thing I ever heard about that person was he was a drunk. But then again, you know, a full-blown crazy out, you know, it's a total stone-cold drunk person. They do a lot of weird crap.
See, and these people just think they can do anything, just like ghost hunters think they can tour the Annabelle doll around the country. Next thing you know,
I'm gonna tell you, I would not be surprised if a majority of the people that represent us in our country and other people in other countries,
bunch of big old pervs,
are exactly that.
Yeah.
And I also believe when you get too high, you know, when you get, do you remember when you used to get really high and drunk?
I do remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember always, if you're smart, you have a friend or two that you know are no good.
Yes. Oh my God.
And the more they drink or get high, they're going to. So these are the people when they say, "Hey, let's go do this." You say, "You guys have a good time. I'm going to be over here."
Yeah.
No, because you got to, and even when you're almost blackout drunk, you just know that that's just not even a person to hang with.
Hold on, we're not doing.
They will get you into something.
We're doing what now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've walked in, I've left and then come back later on and walked in and opened the door and seen stuff that would curl your eyes. And I go, oh crap! I'm glad I wasn't here for this.
I don't think
and I shut
I've
the door,
seen
got
that.
back in my car, and left. Yeah, I mean, some really crazy
now you
crap.
gotta give me a hint. What did you see? Tell me something. You don't have to tell me who. Just something.
When people get really, some people, not everybody, but when people get high and drunk, my problem was I like to flirt. So even if I had a girlfriend, a steady girlfriend, if I was high and drunk and I was by myself or without her,
Yeah.
I would be trying to talk to somebody.
Oh, you're always on the make, as they say.
Yes,
I understand.
Some people, when they get that high, there's no line at all, none.
Well,
So
there
it doesn't
there
matter
are
if
lines.
it's-
There are different kind of lines.
Yeah, they just don't see the lines.
No,
They just go
the
right
lines.
past them.
The lines go right up your nose, Mark. That's the
Yeah.
joke. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
There
yeah.
it is. He's with me now. Thank you for welcome
And
to
I've
the
seen
podcast.
them where they just switch teams.
Switch teams.
Or all kinds of stuff. Like,
Really?
It's like, where'd this come out of
You've
nowhere?
seen
I mean,
this like in a room somewhere, in a car,
Yes,
where? In a club?
in a room, in a home,
In a
big,
home.
fancy home off of Las Olas.
Man, so I am very sheltered.
You know where
I
Las
don't-
Olas is,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
You remember how rich that was?
That's
over
the
there?
richest part of Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
Yes, and I remember going, my gosh, and it kept me in line, knowing that there's a few things I wasn't going to do. That's when I would come get sober. And my rational mind was thinking more, and other than my panic mind, it'd be like, okay, I will never smoke that stuff. I will never shoot that stuff. I will never have that stuff
I will never
sprinkled on marijuana.
put a dick in my mouth. Yeah, things like that, right? Yeah, I will never
Yeah,
swing
because
that way.
these things apparently
Whew.
may make you that crazy. Because I couldn't
Yeah.
understand why, or I just think sometimes people are who they are, and the more they get high, the looser they are.
So I've studied this. So what happens with these powerful people? They get so much power that they get emboldened. And then they realize that they can do whatever they want. They can buy whatever they want. They can get whatever they want. And then life kind of loses its edge. You're kind of numb at that point when you're able to do anything, see anything, go anywhere,
Right.
get anything, and they have to seek some kind of adventure, and that's where the weirdness comes from. And then they're like, well, this guy Jeff, he's got this island down in the Caribbean. Some things go on down there I bet you hadn't thought about. Come down to the island. And that's how that shit goes.
And you think about it too. Now you're high, and who knows what they put in your drink, right?
I don't think you even need to be high if you're one
But
of
I
these
think
powerful people.
what happens is click, click, click.
Yep. No,
Or
evidence.
videotapes.
Evidence.
And then all of a sudden now, here,
Yeah.
you know what? We really need you to pass this law. It's going
Right.
to make you zillions of dollars.
Exactly.
I don't think that's a good idea for the country. Have you seen this video yet?
Right. Well, it sure would be a shame if your family saw what happened with you and that horse, ma'am.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. And these people are going to pay dearly for this at the end.
I
But
don't think any of this stuff is going to come out. I think Trump is Teflon enough for this is going to pass. This too shall pass, my friend.
I also wonder if he's not holding it and then reversing the blackmail.
Well,
for
hold
the deep state.
No, hold on. The problem is there are so many people, so many powerful people from other countries that are probably on this list. And Trump knows he can't take his name off the list because as soon as if he releases it, well, there you go, I'm
Right.
not on the list. All the people who are on the list who are now, embarrassed and in shackles going to prison in some countries are going to be saying, yeah, Donald was on that list and here's what he liked to do. And then everybody's going to have the same story. So it's going to be credible. And then he's going to be done. So he's screwed. He can't put the list out because he's on it. And he can't not put the list out. Because if he does, he's on it. But if he leaves himself off
Yeah.
of it, he's even more screwed. He's going to look even dumber.
Well, look at they finished that court case with that rap guy, right?
Diddy.
And nothing. Slap on the hand.
P. Luby, they call him now.
And he had a bunch of
Lube.
videos of people,
He had lube. He had a lot of lube.
all kinds of stuff.
I can't get past how much lube he had. That's all I think about when I see him now.
Well, some areas I guess need it more than others. I'm not really sure how that works.
Fucking tanker of Astroglide pulled up right to the front door. Hey, somebody get some coffee cups and go get some more Astroglide from up front.
But he got away with it. Who knows what he got away with.
Yeah, that's one of those parties that
nobody's gonna, because again, people were on that list.
I am kind of a babe in the woods, I guess. You've seen a lot more stuff than me. I'm maybe a little less experienced in that stuff. I never got into those situations, and if there was ever a chance for me to get into those situations, I saw it coming and went the other way.
Here's my idiotic idea. Because give you an example. One night at a club in Fort Lauderdale where I was working. I think I was working there part-time.
It doesn't matter. Just tell us what happened.
Anyway, so these guys came in from, I think they said they were from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay? There you go, right there.
They came in, young guys.
Don't get me started on
these
people.
And they were really nice. They were really super nice, actually. And they came in.
A lot of gold.
And they went to the VIP room, right?
Yep.
And just kept ordering, back then in the 80s, Dom Perignon.
Right.
Was the big bottle. And that was anywhere from, you could pay anywhere from $100 to $200 for a bottle of that, depending on what club you were at. So it's not super expensive. But they were, so when they cashed out that night, they spent, with tip and everything, probably about $5,000.
Yeah.
They had all the girls up. Pretty soon there was no girls left around the bar where guys could pick up. They were all in the VIP room with these guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And he asked, one of them came to me and asked me if I knew where to get Coke.
Oh. Coke.
And I said,
well, 7-Eleven has Coke. They got Pepsi.
Yes.
They got Sprite. They got all that stuff.
And I'm not even thinking about it because he's just a baller, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I know a guy. I got a guy. Yeah.
So he says, "Here, I don't want to do it. Just here's the money and go get it." So I got him some Coke. And that way they get, you partake? Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Next thing you know, this is happening every night for 2 months.
Okay.
And now we're at their place, and they're staying in this condo out there in. Boy, I tell you this now, and you'll think that this is crazy because it's not that nice anymore. But it was in Inverary.
Okay,
I remember when Inverary was nice.
No idea where that is now.
Inverary was off of Oakland Park Boulevard, but west, going towards University Drive. It's the place that Jackie Gleason was advertising.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Condos and stuff. They're very high end at that time.
Yeah, it was real nice in the 70s.
Yeah, and they were here on a visa for something, and they're Of course, their backstory was they're a prince or something.
Yeah, they always are.
And I mean, they come in a limo, and then the limo would be loaded up with girls.
Lots of gold, good haircuts.
Great clothes.
Yeah.
And spend a lot. And everybody's happy to get them. I just make the girls, the waitresses, they had to separate them and let each one get a chance because they're going to make $2,000 that night.
At least.
Easy.
Yes.
Just for making sure that their bottles are chilled.
And this is years ago when $2,000 was a lot of money.
Yes. So on and on and on. Okay, so I got caught up in this. And next thing you know, I'm going over their house.
And you're dancing?
With them. And just getting
thank God.
Drunk and high.
Okay.
And high. And I don't know these people from Adam. First of all, why would I even think it was a good idea to try to buy somebody cocaine when they could have been cops or whatever? I don't know. Dude,
this is my theory as to why alcohol is illegal in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Those fucking people can't handle it, man. They can't hang. No,
they party.
They got no off switch.
And I'm going to tell you, they would be women throwing themselves at them.
Yeah.
Just to get a bump.
Sure.
Just to get
free coke, free cash.
And it's like, but I hopped into that lifestyle just because it appeared to me, it sucked me in. It was glamorous. So I could see why you would think, and it wasn't. But now I know. But I mean, at that moment of time, I just thought this was this is exactly what I do. But now we've moved it up a couple of notches.
Well, hold on. I'm
going to do this anyway. get high and drink and try to get lucky.
So do you know what's happened now? Do you know where this has gotten to? So this is 30, 40 years ago you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Now, I remember this from a month ago, happened right here in Clearwater. There was a 21-year-old Saudi guy. His name was like Sultan something. His first name was literally Sultan. And he was at the Oz Strip. Yeah, he was at the Oz Strip Club in Clearwater, right along US 19, not far from where I used to live, like right down the street from where I used to live. And he was having a bad time because something happened, and he claimed a security guard took $300 from him because the Sultan called 911 because he was having a bad time at the strip club. Something happened because one of the guys took $300 from him, and he was under the impression that $300 was going to get him sex with one of the girls in a VIP room. So he calls 911 and tells the dispatchers, I need you to come take this guy to jail. He took my money. I paid them for sex and didn't receive any services. So the police do indeed show up, and they take Mr. Sultan away and book him into the Pinellas County Jail.
Oh my gosh.
That's how far things have come, Mark. That's what happens now. You can, so maybe what you did is gone now, and it's replaced by these idiot Gen Z Saudis calling 911. I'm very unhappy. I paid to have the sex in the rooms, and they took my money, and I got none of the sex. Come and take them all to jail. This is also the plot of Coming to America 3, which is not going to be very good. It's not going to be.
But you can only imagine if you're super loaded.
Yeah.
Like Biden's kid, super loaded.
Yep.
Doesn't even have to do anything.
No, he's got his name.
He's got tons of. So and look at the amount of money they spent on these. Well, of course they send them to these cushy $50,000 rehabs that don't do anything besides tell you everything's going to be okay. Here, how about a massage?
I heard the food's really good there too.
Yes. And it's like, no, you got to do the work, man. It's like, yeah. So it's like, I look at it now and I go, well, these are just stories and things like that. But it's like, I can only imagine how bad it could have got had I not had a guardian angel over me, keeping me from walking in front of the bus.
Let me ask you this. If you were at the Oz Strip Club 40 years ago and paid $300 to get laid in a private room and somebody just took your money, would you call the cops and say, arrest them?
No, I would. I never wanted to bring the cops in on anything.
Exactly.
Even car wrecks, nothing.
No, you don't bring the cops in because
you're drunk and you're going to at least get arrested for drunken disorder.
They got no sense of humor, these cops. You got to leave them out of these things because it's not. Anyway, well, I'm glad that you had more sense than Mr. Sultan, whatever the hell his name is here.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy though. But I could see where people get. It's not surprising to me that if they would be doing crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was like everybody was like flipped out. Remember when that guy from I don't want to say his name, but do you remember there was a guy from Fort Myers that went up to Washington and he was sent back home like in a month? The old TV personality guy?
No, I don't remember that.
Because they sent him up there to be a congressman.
No, what happened?
And he literally lasted less than a month.
He got himself a little party scene there in D.C., did he? Really?
And it was hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow.
He had like 2 weeks in. 2 weeks there. He didn't even get his name tag wasn't even probably put on the door yet.
I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. If you're a TV personality and you're inundated with hookers and blow, what are you going to do? You're not going to say, "Oh no, thank you, please." And you can imagine that probably goes on all the time too. Because how else do these people get this thing? It was like there was one of my favorite examples of politics. And I can't remember. I heard this. I think I heard this with Stan and Haney. I think I did. Or I can't remember if it was Stan and Haney if it was one of the talk shows in town. Or it might have been Drew Steele. Yeah.
But there was an Alaskan guy that had a law he was trying to get through Congress, right? Mm-hmm. And he was a representative in Alaska. It had something to do with fishing over there and something had to do with that, right? In the pork portion of the bill.
Yeah.
Was an exit off of I-75,
right?
That would take it right through the rich people's places, so you could get, you know how you can get off of I-75 and you can get to the Miramar outlet or the other mall?
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
sure.
Bass Pro Shop? Well, you know that one, the other one that's over there by 41 that you can't get to without going to 41?
Yes.
He was trying to get a road that would go straight down
Zoom
to there.
and funnel him right in.
And that was on that bill.
Yeah, that's what they do. Senator Ted
What does that have to do with Alaskan fishing?
I gotta look it up here. So it was Senator Stevens years ago. Alaska, he did bridge.
Was it Senator Erica Stevens?
No, it was not. It was Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska.
Okay.
He wanted to build this bridge to nowhere. It was a bridge connecting Ketchikan, Alaska to some little island right where the airport is located. The project was known as the Gravina Island Bridge. It was criticized as a wasteful example of pork barrel spending because 50 people lived out there, and they had a perfectly good ferry, and the airport's not busy, and it's like the ferry was fine, but the bridge, and this was
because somebody in his family,
well, he's taking care of his home district,
yeah.
And it was a $400 million bridge for 50 people.
Oh my God!
Yeah, $400 million for a bridge. This was 2008 that happened, and that probably hurt his career, I think, in the long run. Maybe he would have been better off getting into some cocaine and hookers. Wouldn't have got in so much trouble.
Well, that guy bounced back pretty nicely because he came back, he went to rehab, and he wrote a book on going to Congress and getting kicked out and going to rehab.
So now he's just this TV guy.
He's a bestseller.
He's a motivational motivational speaker,
yes.
author now, making more money when he was in TV guessing the weather or whatever he did. That's I need a scam. I am getting too old. I got to come up with a scam, Mark. If you think of a scam, put it on our Facebook page so that I can use this scam and enrich myself to no end until I am turning down hookers and blow. That's my goal, Mark. I want to be in a position where I'm turning down hookers and blow. No, thank you. No, I'm good. So, I'm good. Let's end this on one of my favorite stories that is not my story from our friend Fast Eddie from the Ron Around Show. Fast Eddie told me this story once. It was one of his first stories he ever told me when we first worked together. And he said, yeah, back when I was on the Ron Aron Show, we were in Orlando for the opening of some porn super center. And I said, and let me guess, you're out there doing a live appearance because nobody else would do it. And he said, exactly. So it's me setting up the tent, doing all the radio stuff, getting ready to the appearance. And I forget who the porn star was. Let's say it was Stormy Daniels. I don't know. I don't know that to be true, but let's say it was her. So they go do the meet and greet. It goes really well. And Eddie's newly married. He's been married for a couple of years. They got a new baby, and he's trying to. He's doing the best he can. And Eddie's just a regular guy. Happens to be on a big rock radio morning show, and so they got a break between appearances. They got about an hour to go upstairs and relax and get something to eat or drink. So they go up to the hotel room where all the stuff is, and they're like, oh, man, it sure is hot out there. And, they're getting some water, drinking a Coke or whatever. And, and Eddie said there's some uncomfortable silence. And the porn star looks at him and says, so you want a blowjob or something? And Eddie said, I was right in the middle of my drink and I stopped drinking. And the only thing that I could think to say was, and without even.
Thank you.
No. He just says like this, nah, I'm good. And she's like, okay. And she gets up and goes and fixes her hair. And I said, what? You turned down a blowjob from a world famous porn star and your response is a nonchalant, nah, I'm good? Really? That's
a good guy.
That's your response?
Is he still married?
No, she divorced him. Yeah. And now he pays her alimony. So, yeah, believe me, he regrets that one. I can tell you. A little bit.
Well, he did the right thing. Although I'm surprised, though, because a long time ago, I probably would have said, yeah.
Yeah, but now I can't hear the phrase, I'm good, without thinking of Eddie sitting in a hotel room with a porn star.
Got a whole new meeting now.
Oh, we got to get Eddie on this show just for, you think I'm insane. Eddie makes me look sane.
Does he still live around you?
No, he was living up in Ocala for a long time. Now he lives in South Carolina.
Oh, really? What's he doing up there?
He's older than you, man.
Is he?
Yes. All my friends are old men.
So he's
depressing.
retired then?
Yes, long retired. Yeah.
Can we do, is there such a thing as a three-way?
Hey. Let's end the podcast here.
Can we do a three-way with Fast Eddie?
No. Hanging up on you. Done. Have a good week, Mark. Man.
Erica and Mark, the phone call.